What's going on, everybody? Josh Pocock here, and we've covered many AI agent orchestration platforms on this channel. Even recently, we've covered a Crew AI GUI, which allows you to basically create Crew AI agents within a nice GUI interface. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Tribe AI, a low-code tool to rapidly build and coordinate multiple AI agent teams. I'm going to show you how you can self-host this open source tool and connect it with OpenAI, Anthropic, or even Llama. Let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so all links covered in this video, like always, will be in the description down below. So what is Tribe AI? So have you heard of the saying, 2 minds are better than one? That's true for agents too. Tribe leverages on the LangGraph framework to help you customize and coordinate teams of agents easily by splitting up tough tasks among agents that are good at different things. Each one can focus on what it does best. This makes solving problems faster and better. All right, so I'm not going to read through this all, but what are some potential use cases? Football analysis, trip planning, customer service, and many more. And some highlight features of this tool: persistent conversations, observability, tool calling, retrieval augmented generation, human in the loop, open source models, integrate Tribe with external applications through their API endpoints to interact with your team, easy development. You can effortlessly get this up and running using Docker, and then multi-tenancy. All right, so there's mainly 2 ways to deploy Tribe. You can deploy it locally with Docker, which is the simplest way, which we're going to cover. You could also deploy it on a remote server. All right, you may be using something like Coolify, VPS, whatever the case may be. We're going to focus on the Tribe locally today. All right, a few main concepts are sequential versus hierarchical workflows, and we covered this a couple days ago in the Crew AI GUI one as well. So in a sequential workflow, your agents are arranged in an orderly sequence and execute tasks one after another. And then in a hierarchical workflow, your agents are organized into a team-like structure comprising of a team leader, team members, and even other sub-team leaders. The team leaders breaks down the tasks into smaller tasks and delegates them into its members. And then skills, so this is the ability to equip your agents to interact with the world, all right, such as using DuckDuckGo, Wikipedia, Yahoo Finance, and you can create and use different skills. So if your skill involves performing an HTTP request to fetch or update data, using skill definitions is the simplest approach. And here are the descriptions for these keys. So URL is the URL endpoint for the API call. We got methods, headers, functions, params, properties, all that good stuff. The typical stuff you would use when making an API call. Retrieval augmented generation, so everyone's favorite. So it provides its own RAG system. I'll show you that in a second. So when we upload different knowledge into Tribe, it will actually embed it, chunk it, etc. And then using open source models, like I mentioned, so you can install Llama and use Llama models, pretty much any open source model you can think of on there. So let's go ahead and dive right in. You're going to want to click on this link to take you to the Docker install right here. All right, and this is pretty much step by step exactly what you're going to do. So you're going to start by git cloning this repo right here and then CDing into Tribe. So we're simply just going to copy this. All right, and as you can see here, I already did this, but I just simply git cloned and then CD'd into Tribe. And now you'll see that I actually ran code space dot. This is going to open it in VS Code. And now in the repo here, it says you can just run this command to basically copy the example environment variable file to a .env file, which you could do, or you could just simply do that within VS Code. Either one works. So as you'll see here, we got our example .env file right here, and you'll see that we have all of our environment variables here, such as our username and password, our first super user admin, our password right here. So you can see it says change this for a lot of different areas, which it would encourage you to change this, especially if you're deploying this into production or on a server or whatnot. If you're just testing it out, it really doesn't matter too much. You are going to want to put in your OpenAI API key here. And if you want to use Anthropic Claude as well, you can put that in here as well. All right, you can see here, these are the different embedding models that it's using. So you can see the list of supported models right here in case you want to change some of this. And then Langsmith, you can use this potentially for LLM observability, Postgres information right here. And then that's pretty much it. Now they do say in the docs to basically run this command right here, which will get you a secret token in your terminal, and then paste this secret token into everywhere where it says change this. and then build and run the Docker containers. So you're simply just going to copy this command right here. Now, before you run this, you're gonna, of course, want to make sure you have Docker installed on your system and it is open and running. And then you simply just copy and paste this command into your terminal, and you'll see that it will start pulling all the different containers and setting up Tribe right here. All right, so all the different containers, once you run this command, should be up and running on your system. And then these are the different locations where you can actually access Tribe. The main one we're going to be using, of course, is the front end. Okay, so once you initially open this up, it will ask you to log in. So once you log in, first thing I would recommend is going to your user settings. The main thing I would do is change it from light mode to dark mode, because, you know, who uses light mode anymore? And then there's admin over here. So you could add different users. So email, full name, password. Is it a super user? Is it active, etc.? All right, we have uploads here. So this is upload management. This is where you can essentially upload documents, and it's going to embed it and chunk it and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and test it out. So I'm going to click add document. You're going to have to add a name, a description, and then upload the file right here. All right, so I'm just going to upload this A2P 10DLC PDF right here that I did in a video a while ago. So let's just change this to A2P. You could change the chunk size if you want, or the chunk overlap. I'm just going to keep it at that for now, and let's click save. Next is skill management. So we have skills here. This is pretty cool. This is what we talked about before. You can actually add specific skills. So by default, the different skills here are ask human. So you can see here, description is ask the human a question to gather additional inputs. And then we have Yahoo Finance. So get information from Yahoo Finance News. We have Wikipedia. So search Wikipedia. And then DuckDuckGo search. So searches the web using DuckDuckGo. Now you can add custom skills here. All right, so it has a pretty nice way to interact, like a little GUI function right here with the JSON schema. So like, say if I wanted to add headers right here, you could go ahead, add like headers, like authorization, like so, you know, bearer, like bearer, whatever the case may be right here. If you need authorization, function stuff. So you could add functions like enter skill name, description, enter skill description. So pretty much, you know, any sort of API that you would interact with, you can add this here for your agents to actually interact with it. And then the main area, once you have that kind of setup, that you'll be using is the teams section, right? So you can create two main teams like we talked about. Workflows right here is either sequential or hierarchical. Let's say we wanted to create a researcher team right here. You just go ahead, click save. You see I have a marketing team and a researcher team. All right, so if we go to marketing right here, you'll see that we have four main tabs right here. We have build, chat, threads, and configure. So if we go to chat right here, we have chat where we can actually chat with our team. We have threads where we'll see all of our thread conversations that we had with our team, and then configure. So this is where we can actually create API keys. So API keys are used for authentication when interacting with your teams through HTTP requests. Learn how to make these requests from the API docs. So like I mentioned before, there are API docs right here. This is open API. We got everything that you could actually use to interact with Tribe AI. You know, if you're hosting this on a server, such as login, users, utils, teams, members, and all the get, post, puts, deletes, etc., threads, uploads, API keys.
Are you tired of pouring thousands of dollars into appointment setters only to watch leads slip away? Imagine having a team of elite sales agents booking qualified appointments for you around the clock. No more wasted time on training, no more frustration with performance, and no more draining your budget on inconsistent and expensive call centers. Introducing Stride Agents, AI-powered appointment setters that work 24/7, never get tired, and book appointments while you sleep. Trained on thousands of successful conversations, our AI agents outperform human teams at just 1/10 of the cost. Join the ranks of businesses that doubled their appointments and booking rates in just a matter of weeks. Don't get left behind in the AI revolution. Visit strideagents.com now and transform your entire sales process with cutting-edge AI technology. It's time to accelerate your stride with AI agents.
All right, so since we're using the hierarchy framework opposed from sequential, you'll see that we're able to have different agents side by side in a hierarchy. If we're using the sequential framework, for example, when we go over here to researching, you'll see that the way it works is you just simply drag agents below and it will create agents below. So it's going to go through all these different agents, every single flow. Now, when you are using sequential, it is a little bit different. You could have require approval for human in the loop right here. So each time it runs a specific agent, it would ask you for your approval before running for the next one. But let's go ahead and go back to our hierarchy and kind of break down how this works. So at the top right here, we have a marketing leader. So this is the rules. So you can obviously change this. I would recommend making this a little bit more in-depth or advanced. You can always ask ChatGPT to help you provide specific instructions depending on what you're trying to do. And then you just have your role right here. You have your backstory right here. So you're a marketing expert manager. Since we're using the hierarchy, you won't be able to add skills or knowledge base to the leader. In the sequential, you can actually add skills and knowledge base to the first one and pretty much all the other ones. But you will be able to add skills and knowledge base in the hierarchy to the worker agents. All right, so here is the provider. So we have OpenAI, Anthropic, and Llama. So we can have like Llama 3.1, any open source model. You could use like Claude Sonnet, etc. We have OpenAI. So I'm just going to use GPT-4o. You could put proxy provider, and you could change the temperature as well. Let's go ahead and exit that out. Now you'll see we have different agents here. So like I showed before, you simply just drag this from the node right here to create a new agent. Here you'll see we just have some dummy agents right here I created, and these are worker agents. So since it's a worker agent, you're able to add skills and knowledge base. This one is just a Wikipedia researcher and duct researcher. So answer any questions you are given. You could give it a backstory, and then skills right here. So you could select any skills you want. So we have duck search and Wikipedia. And then knowledge base, you could add specific knowledge base. Model, you could add a model right here. And then proxy provider, temperature, etc. And then same thing over here. We just got another worker. This one has just the knowledge base of the robotics right here. And then news researchers. So this has access to Yahoo Finance, and that's pretty much it. So obviously you can configure these specifically for a more custom use case. Before we test it out, I'm going to just quickly add another worker right here, and we'll just call this one A2P, and I'll add the knowledge base of the A2P right here. We'll change this to GPT-4o, and then we'll go ahead and click on save. So now we have 4 different potential agents right here. Now you could make one of these agents too, like you could make this a leader agent, and then so you could have multiple leader agents or worker agents as well. Let's go ahead and ask, what is A2P? Okay, I'm going to actually ask how to get approved for A2P, because it actually just told us what the definition of A2P is right here based on the LLM knowledge base data. So let's see, we should be able to use the RAG right here. So yeah, now we can see the marketing leader is actually going to the A2P knowledge, or the A2P agent right here, which is using the tool of the knowledge base. So how to get approved for A2P messaging. And then we can see the knowledge base right here. So we can see what is A2P, blah, 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 blah. We're showing the information from our specific knowledge base document that we uploaded using RAG right here. So we can see the different pieces that it's pulling right here. We can see the score right here, the relevancy. So what is A2P within A2P wizard, all the different information right here based on relevancy. And then we get our actual answer right here. To get approved for A2P, particularly for A2P 10 DLC in the US, register for A2P, select campaign, user consent, compliance. All right, so that's our answer there. If we go ahead, ask it about Astro Robotics, you can see here that it should query the knowledge bases again for Astro Robotics, similar sort of thing. All right, now we could go ahead and ask it recent OpenAI news 2024. All right, so we can see here at first it tried querying the Yahoo Finance news, and it said there was no news found for the company using the OpenAI ticker. And then it actually used the DuckDuckGo researcher agent right here. And we got that OpenAI plans to launch Orion, its next frontier model, in December. You know, the Verge learned, blah, 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 blah. And we got the Wikipedia search right here, Orion model launch, training new AI model, chain of thought reasoning right here. So it will, if one agent doesn't work, lots of times it will ask the other agent. All right, guys, so pretty cool stuff. I think you get the gist of it. This is another AI agent GUI type, tool right here. Now, opposed to the Crew AI GUI, this one is more for LangGraph, and you can pretty much get creative, build custom teams, use Sequential, use Hierarchical, add different tools, add different knowledge using RAG. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below about Tribe AI. Have you tried it yet? Are you going to try it? How do you think it compares to some of the other AI agent framework platforms that we've covered on this channel? If you guys are new to the channel, we upload videos about AI, marketing, sales, business growth. So if you're new to the channel, you like that type of content, make sure to comment down below, like the video, and subscribe to stay up to date with the uploads. And then also too, guys, if you haven't already joined our free community, stridecommunity.com, I'll leave a link down below to our free Facebook group and Discord channel. And then if you guys run a business and you need help with systems, operations, marketing, paid ads, traffic, or implementing AI agents, AI cold callers, AI call centers, appointment setters into your business to streamline your lead flow and sales process, then book a call down below at executivestride.com/apply to see if it's a good fit. Other than that, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.